the secret tips to stepping into soul purpose. Let's hash it out. Today is day 78 of 100 Days of Surrender. And I'm going to share a little bit of my journey into stepping into soul purpose and what I know works in order to attain it. So let's first talk about what soul purpose is, because I think there's a lot of misconceptions out there. It can be anything. You came here to master certain things in this world, and that could be mastering love. It could be mastering wealth. That's one of my lessons right now. It could be being a healer. It could be a whole lot of things, being a student. So your purpose is what you are here to master. Step one, you've got to understand that you're here to master something. You are here to go to level up, to evolve, to ascend, to awaken. So that can look like a lot of things. Someone who's here to be a nurturer can be a nurse, a mom, a daycare provider, a dog mom. There's many ways in which we can fulfill being a nurturer, as an example. Now, the difference is if you have the ache, that ache in your being that says, I am meant for something and I won't feel fulfilled until I find it and I do it. And oh, and it hurts like heartbreak, like this anticipation, this ache, this knowing I have this vision, right? So awesome. If you've got that, let's continue chatting. If not, that's okay. We're all here for different things, but I know that ache. I felt it for my whole life. My whole life, I was like, what am I here to do? Like, what am I going to do with this? So here's what I know for a fact, what I take my students through and my journey through it. So if you want to step into soul purpose and you're looking to gain followers or students or clients or whatever you want to call them, my goal is not to gain followers. My gain is to just launch people into soul purpose. So it is what it is. I work off of referrals mostly, or we work off of referrals mostly. But your purpose might be to be a YouTuber and put your message out there. So here's how to sort of look at this, these stepping points. I've got 4 main key points that are going to help you. So step number 1, your voice. In order to truly step fully into soul purpose, you have to discover and master who the authentic you is. I'll give you a hint. The most authentic you is 6-year-old you. That's when that baby didn't reside in fear. They're probably experiencing it. They probably had some trauma, some abuse, neglect, whatever that be, but they didn't reside in it. They still had wonderment and curiosity. They still were their personality. They still were their drive, their freedom. I remember countless times I wanted to be a BMX superstar. I wanted to be able to do all the tricks on my BMX bike when I was 6 years old, 6 all the way up to about 9. I just like, oh, I just wanted to do that. And so at 6, I had a BMX bike with the pegs and I built my own jumps on the street. And like I lived in the scrubs in Toronto, but it was a dead end street. So I could build like jumps and like all these things. I would go over tree roots and like whatever I could do, right? Endless times I fell off my bicycle and injured myself. Endless times. But every single time, sort of shook it off, stood back up, and I was like, try again, try again, try again until I mastered it. I didn't reside in fear. I didn't let fear tell the story of, maybe this isn't going to happen for me. I didn't let fear say, you're just not good enough. I didn't let fear say, no, don't do it. It's too scary. I just kept doing it. And so look at your 6-year-old self. If you really want to step into anything in this life, that babe is going to need all of your attention. That babe, they need everything that you didn't get then from you. So I'll do a different video on inner child healing, the why and the how, because that is one of my biggest passions, because I understand how transformative it is and how I teach it. So I'll give you a lot of good tips on that later in a different video. But you want to come into your most authentic self. The feedback that I get, and you can go look at comments, you'll see it. I am my pure, unfiltered, authentic self. I don't do anything polished. I don't care to. I'm not going to invest hours and hours into polishing and editing and coming up with the perfect thumbnail. I really don't give a shit. I'm not here to be a YouTuber. I'm not here to be those things. That's not my lane. My lane is changing lives and helping them step into soul purpose. So I stay in my lane. So I do these very unpolished. I don't care. I'm totally authentic. And the comment that I get almost every day is, holy shit, we're like sisters. Holy shit, you're like my big sister or my little sister. Like, we are the same person. I get that all the time. And you know why? Because I am my most authentic self. And the people that I'm meant to help are the people who are in my lane. So for you, the moment you stop trying, the moment you stop trying to pitch something, the moment you stop trying to be something and you just surrender into who you really truly are and put that into the world, all the people that are waiting for you to lead the way are going to show up. Those are your students. Those are your connections. I stay in my lane. So I want you to kind of spend some time looking at what's my most authentic self. And it is not easy and it is extremely vulnerable. And you have to be extremely brave to be your most authentic self. When I started, I was just a psychic and I talked to aliens from like birth, right? So to bring that in the world in the 90s, hell no, that was not allowed. And we didn't even have the internet back then. Like I literally built this company before the internet. I'm aging myself right now. Well, the internet was there, but we didn't really use it for the same reasons. And Facebook wasn't really there when I started. So I want you to dive into, how do I become my most authentic self? And what does that look like for me? And then the second point that leads right into this is, what is your natural gift? And if you don't have one, awesome, because I have a solution for you. So this is how you want to look at it. I started this company, which is $500,000 company at this point. It's not huge. It will be. We are absolutely on our way to phenomenal success. We are global. There's only like 3 or 4 countries that we're not in right now. My mentors work all over the place. We travel all over the place. We do retreats all over the place. Like, it's phenomenal. It started with my natural ability of being psychic. I'm a generational psychic. Awesome. I know not everybody has that gift. I did not share that information. However, I started out just timid and doing oracle readings that turned into me being able to look at your Akashic records and your book of life, what you're here for, without astrology, just what are you here for? And because I could channel, then it turned into, I started adding that in, channeling your ascended guides into my session. So I started out with that, and I would get like maybe 3 or 4 a month, and I only charged $45. What are you gonna do with $45? It's not even your fucking phone bill. But anyway, that's how I started. And I stayed persistent. And the reason I stayed persistent, because the second piece that goes along with what is your natural gift for soul purpose, is, what are you passionate about? What are you really passionate about? I am passionate about people getting clarity. I am passionate about people not having to do it the hard way, the way I did. I'm the messy one. I'm the one who did it all wrong. I'm the oldest child. I got all the experimentation put on me. I am the first one to walk away from toxic family. I am the first one to whatever, whatever, whatever. So my passion is, I don't want people to have to endure the pain that I endured. When I connect into my inner child, and I look at someone, I'm always looking at your inner child. I'm not looking at grown up you. I'm looking at little you, because that's who you really are, that authenticity. I'm looking right into that spot. And I am so passionate about helping that babe, that inner being, not feel the pain, the rejection, the abandonment, and the confusion that being in a meat suit offers. That was my first passion. What are you passionate about? If you can't find it, here's step 3. What have you mastered? I promise with every fiber of my being that what you have mastered is what you are meant to teach. So the first thing I mastered was saying no to toxic, boundaries. And I burned some bridges, and that was really rough. I don't really suggest that. I know better now, but it is what it is. I mastered self-awareness. That was a big one. And I'm pretty sure that if you're watching this video, you are in the thick of mastering self-awareness. That is what I made my entire career based off of. So our divine alignment program is helping you become aware of what's limiting you in your subconscious. That's what I mastered. That is what will take you there. What have you accomplished? What have you mastered? Teach it. Teach it. We have so many free platforms that you can go and share your story on and how you conquered it. You can bring people as far as you've gotten. That is unbelievably rewarding. Unbelievably rewarding. And that's the fourth point in stepping into soul purpose. What are you mastering now? So here's the cool part. I mastered boundaries, walking away from toxic. I mastered self-awareness. Then I mastered inner child healing. Then I taught it. Then I mastered being a psychic and a channeler and channeling galactic councils. And then that became my purpose. See how my purpose is evolving as I evolve? Your purpose will never start as one thing and stay there. The big vision that you have, no one's going to walk up to you and be like, oh, I see that as well. Here's a contract, sign it, let's go. Not going to fucking happen like that. It's going to happen in you mastering each step of the journey. So I started mastering channeling galactic energies and doing it publicly. Then I mastered my education, my credentials, which doesn't matter. Then I mastered creating a certification program. So then I was teaching that. Then I mastered teaching retreats. So then I started doing retreats. Then I mastered financial wealth. Now I teach financial wealth. Then I mastered quantum mechanics, quantum entanglement, the power 369. So then I started teaching that. Then I almost mastering. I don't think we ever fully, truly master anything, but twin flame energy and connection and the truth of how challenging love is. We just talk about how hard love is. Like, yeah, but it's amazing. And now I'm mastering taking my mentors into my seat. So you can see that I started out with a $45 service that I got maybe 3 or 4 a month, all the way up to a $500,000 company, which still isn't big enough. I'm not stopping there. No way. I want to support endless people stepping into mentoring and mastering themselves and mastering being a mentor and their students mastering their own unique journey. I want to change 1 million lives and I'm going to fucking do it. I'm already well on my way to that. So those are my biggest tips when it comes to stepping into soul purpose. You can take someone as far as you are. That's all that matters. I can get you to exactly where I am. Within 3 months, generally 3 to 6 months, I can take someone who has an ache and is clueless on soul purpose and have them sitting in a 6-figure seat. I have many seats at my table. Pull up a chair. I have a feast. Pull up a chair. That is what I get to do now. So you will master, as you master you will master more and more of your purpose, and you will master changing lives, and your soul purpose will flourish and it will unfold in such an incredible way. And it's easy. The unfolding piece is easy if you can, like yesterday's video in day 77, I talked about when does it get easy and the misconception of that and what it actually is. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. But if you have the right lens that you are looking through of what do I want to accomplish? I want to accomplish 1 million lives. So I'm doing it. And that's my driving force, my passion for helping people go, oh my God, it's actually what? And watching them heal right in front of my eyes and watching them be brave enough to put themselves into the world. Right. I get to be witness to that. I get to be witness to people going from fearful and timid or abused or traumatized or in doubt or unsure how to do it and fully jump off the cliff and watch their wings spread. Like, come on. It's fucking awesome. So right now I am mastering looking through the same lens. I had a big epiphany yesterday, which I shared in the video. And I was like, oh, all right, this is what I'm going to master next. And so that's what I'm mastering right now is how to stay looking through the same lens, how to avoid emotional distraction, how to avoid the distraction of fear and doubt. or not avoid, but not succumb to it. That's what I'm learning and mastering right now. And when I really truly master it, which is pretty quick at getting this shit, oh, I'll be teaching it. There'll be a workshop. That's what I do. Amazing. All right. If this video resonates, hit the subscribe button. Give me a shout out. Give me some love. I love you. What are you mastering today or this week or this month? What do you want to master? What do you desire to master? Look at it like that. Get curious with yourself. And let's continue on this crazy ass journey. Just a reminder, on the 27th, there is a workshop that I've just opened up to public. There's 8 seats left now. And it's all about committing to a relationship with wealth, committing to a relationship with your body, committing to a relationship with your career, and actually seeing the results. It's fucking phenomenal. I've hacked the code on the dollar bills, which I never thought I would really truly do. Here I am, and now I get to teach it. So that's on the 27th. It's Friday. I'm not going to be around again until Monday. I've got a big day of recording tomorrow for some different people's podcasts. And then Sunday, I'm taking some me time. So I will see you guys on Monday. Have the best weekend. Remember to be brave, bold, raw, and that you are loved and you are fucking needed. All right, talk soon.